Hey guys, today we're going to talk about this haikelite ice SC01. This thing shows up at your house in this plastic box, and at first glance I thought, oh cool, but no, it's really kind of a flimsy box, good enough for storage but not anything you would want to use for any kind of rough and tumble situation. Inside it is foam. There is a USB cable for the charging and 2 spare O-rings. Get that out of your way. Instructions as well. We'll go over the numbers first, and then we'll get into operation, and then all that stuff. So, focus here. What you have is a Cree XHP 35 high and cool white. What that means is a high voltage LED. The XHP 35 uses a higher voltage and is able to put out a lot of lumens at very efficiently. IPX8 waterproof, all the usual stuff there. Double coated AR glass. There's your brightness modes. You have a 20 lumen mode, a 200 lumen mode, 500, 1000, and 2000 for the turbo. Your user interface, which is pretty simple, very similar to Olights. And then you have a lockout, which I don't really like. And then there. Alright, so we'll go over operation of the light. You're going to... Oh, I got it locked out, guys. Okay. Simple press to turn it on. Long press to switch between your modes. And you're going to have that low, medium, high. Or low, low, medium, high. Double click brings you to turbo. And then a long press gets you... Oops, I'm sorry, long press when you're off brings you to strobe. Alright, so let's turn that off, and it is a variable strobe. Now to lockout, you do a quick short press and then a long press. I do not use it. It's very difficult to unlock it. It's really difficult to get the cadence right and the timing to unlock it. So one time I locked it and it took me like 5 minutes to get unlocked, so I don't use it. Which kind of sucks because this is an E-switch light, which means that there is an electronic switch here, and that is draining the battery constantly. So without the lockout, you are going to have some parasitic drain. And the light, but you can lock it out by a simple turn of the back. Alright, construction. Smooth reflector. Anti-reflective glass, not too anti-reflective though, as you can see, but is pretty good glass. The XHP 35 high, which is a D-domed emitter, so this thing does have some pretty good throw. You've got anti-roll flats on it, so if you do set it down, it's not going to roll very far at all. You've got some cooling fins in the head, but not very aggressive. This light does get pretty hot. Some good texturing ribs to the back. It will tail stand. Stainless steel bezel on there as well, and it does come with the lanyard you see here. Alright, and so let's talk about construction of this. haikelite is a new brand of light to me. So what did I do for testing? Of course I did do some just general testing. I hate to do run light testing on flashlights like this, guys, because the difference in batteries is pretty dramatic. So what I have for a battery versus what you have for a battery, you can get really different results. But this thing is said to drain about 6 amps. So you got to figure with a 5500 milliamp hour battery, you're talking, 50 minutes runtime on high, on whatever their high is. So you can see there is quite a beefy little spring in the tail cap. It does make a funny noise there, which I'm assuming is a little bottom piece of metal in there. So there is that. Good thick short springs are always a good sign. You can see there's no anodizing on the rim here, which is what allows you to cut the contact versus the threads, which are anodized. We'll take a closer look at them. Alright, you can see they're kind of almost like a trapezoidal shape. They came very dry, no lubrication on them from the factory. O-ring sealed, so it is something you're going to have to And you can see they're actually pretty dirty too, so you might want to clean those up with rubbing alcohol and then apply a little bit of lube to them when you get this flashlight. But you can see that wall is very thick. Alright, now we're going to open the top section here. There is your charging port, which is hidden into those threads there, so it is a lot better of a waterproof option than having a rubber boot cover. And that's all removable, you see, by our O-ring. So if you do have to pull that out, maybe do some maintenance or swapping out parts, that is something you can in fact do. So this does have the possibility to be modified for those flashlight dorks out there who want to mod it, because you can pull that out, and hopefully that USB port is not permanently attached. Take a quick look at the head. You can see once again a very nice thick spring. I'm a little disappointed it's not coated. It is a steel spring. You know, those are probably losing a little efficiency there, but I would love to see like a phosphor bronze coated spring. Once again, the electronic driver there is has lost my train of thought, guys. Has a retaining ring in there, so you can take that out. And one of the cool things about this light, guys, for the people who do mod flashlights, is that this is a very moddable flashlight because they separated the USB charging from the head, which is a very smart move if you ask me, because lots of times the USB recharger is in the head, so when you go to take the head apart, you can't do anything with it. So in this case, you literally have the head, which if you want to replace the driver, you want to replace the switch electronic or something like that, you can do so very easily without affecting your USB. So very smart, and it'll probably be a very popular light with those people who do mod, because it is capable of doing that and still retaining its full features. For the flashlight geeks out there, we'll do a quick measurement. Alright, and the driver appears to be about 32 millimeters. The glass is, looks like it would say 35 probably, you know, considering we're in that lip there. Alright. So yeah, there's some numbers there for those people. So I know there are definitely drivers out there that you could swap this out with. That is a common size, so if you don't like that, you know, you can definitely do some work, you know, being the E-switch is accessible. It looks like it probably is just attached directly to the board. But yeah, overall, not a horrible build quality here at all. A lot of good stuff they're doing with it. It's nice, thick, you know, seems to be a decent quality build. Pretty happy with this thing, guys. It really is a bright flashlight. I took this out with me up into the White Mountains and used it for a little camp security, and you'll see some footage kind of rolled in as we've gone along here of that. So overall, guys, haikelite, I'm kind of impressed. You know, like, they're not, you know, the hottest thing since sliced bread, but I think for a start, they've put out some pretty interesting flashlights, and pretty decent quality, pretty good capability to mod. They've definitely caught my interest, and I definitely will be looking at these lights in the future when it comes to future flashlight reviews, because they obviously, you know, for someone new to the market, have really done a lot of things right with this light straight out of the gate.